And we have breaking news here at noon. A small plane crashing. 2 people were on board, and now we're seeing video of the moments just before it went down in Miramar.
We just learned it has turned deadly. 1 person was killed, another seriously injured, and a 3rd person on the ground struck by debris. We have team coverage at noon on the plane crash. Local 10 News reporter Celissa Bovic is live at North Perry Airport.
But let's start things off with Local 10 News reporter Nikki Mohan. She is live at the scene of that plane crash. Nikki.
Christy and Janice, shortly before 9 o'clock, 911 calls started coming in. I am right here on the south side of Pembroke Road, almost to the corner of Hiatus. The Piper PA-34 plane resting there as the FAA investigates. We have several angles of this situation. First, from a dash cam of a viewer going by, you can see how close the plane is there to Publix, to a gas station, to a Chase bank. We do know that 2 people were on board, a flight instructor and his student. 1 died. We know that it is the student who perished. That person, we're told, did have a lot of experience flying at the time. Viewers said they heard the plane sputtering in the neighborhood before it went down. Sky 10 was over the scene shortly after it happened. You can see smoke coming from that plane. It hit power lines. We do know it knocked out power to the area, and there was smoke and flames in the area. We also have another shot from the ground. As you can see, that plane completely demolished, destroyed, laying there on the floor there on busy Pembroke Road. 1 person was transported from the scene. We do know that that was the flight instructor that was taken to Memorial Regional Hospital. He is in stable condition, we are told, with serious injuries. We also have these photos that were sent in of the flames and smoke in the area. People in the area said they heard the engine sputter. Some people heard the boom when the plane went down. Everybody ran out and saw the flames of this plane as it was, and then rescuers were on scene almost immediately from Miramar and Pembroke Pines. They got that flight instructor out, but the other person was pronounced dead on the scene. Unfortunately, we are waiting for the identity of that person. Of course, next of kin is being notified at this time. So many in the area shaken up. This is a very busy residential area. There's a grocery store, there are restaurants. We know that this could have been worse. There was a 3rd person, we were told, that was injured on the ground from flying debris. They were treated and released. But again, 1 person at Memorial Regional Hospital recovering at this time. And we, of course, will stay on scene and get more information as it comes in. For now, live in Miramar, Nikki Mohan, Local 10 News.
All right, Nikki, thank you so much. It's such a scary situation out there. And we've also learned that plane is registered to the Wayman Aviation Flight School.
Local 10 News reporter Celissa Bovic has those details from North Perry Airport in Pembroke Pines. Sanella.
We had a chance to speak to the vice president of the Aviation Academy here. He tells us that student pilot died there at the scene in Miramar. That instructor was taken to an area hospital, and he says both were trained for scenarios such as this one for emergency landings, and that student pilot was just months away from completing his training here. Student pilots were seen leaving Wayman Aviation Academy at North Perry Airport upon hearing tragic news that an instructor and a student pilot were involved in a fatal plane crash in Miramar.
It was an advanced student, a senior student, and an experienced instructor. The instructor is at the hospital now, recovering from the accident, and we know at this time the student has passed away.
The Piper PA-34 took off from the flight school before 9 this morning. The pilot told air traffic controllers that he was attempting to return back to the airport when the aircraft went down. That pilot attempted to land on Pembroke Road and Hiatus Road, crashing into a grassy median near a bank. Smoke was seen billowing from the aircraft.
Flight training is all about emergency operations. It's about what happens in case of this, in case of that. And they seem to have followed those procedures just fine. But the timing was not right for them.
This isn't the first time there's been an issue with one of the flight school's planes. Back in August of 2018, a single-engine Cessna was forced to make an emergency landing on I-75 due to a mechanical issue. An instructor and student pilot were flying from Punta Gorda back to the flight school when they experienced engine troubles. The two men managed to walk away unharmed. And back in 2016, a twin-engine Piper Seneca flying over the Everglades went down, losing power during the flight. An instructor and student pilot were also rescued from that crash.
Again, the vice president of the flight school tells me the circumstances surrounding this accident remain unclear and are under investigation at this point. Now, they have suspended all operations here for the day. The school also not releasing the identities of the two involved here today. That's the latest from this crash site here that's the latest here from the Flight Academy in Pembroke Pines. Sinella Sabovic, Local 10 News.